Hi everybody. My name is Christoph. I am a certified Sedona method coach, and I do present the monthly Saturday Sedona method support call today from a circus arena because my boyfriend is in the circus. I'm visiting the circus now often as well. So I found that's a nice different background from all the other times. So we checked already on the sound before the recording just started. So everybody, I think it's a good moment to start the call with a group release. So in this moment, and wherever that moment is for you, in a circus tent or home, in your garden, or could you just simply allow yourself to just sit back and be? And while you are doing that, or while that is already happening, could there just be a noticing of whatever has been stirred up in this moment? Whatever thought or feeling that you are aware of right now, whatever memory or thought knows, craving a little bit for attention. And could you welcome or notice any and all wanting to do something with, about, or against this? Any wanting to fix or change that? Any wanting to get rid of that? Any wanting to hold on to that? Any wanting to figure it out, to want to know more about it, or to make a story up about it? And could you welcome to any underlying wanting? Any wanting control, approval, security, separation, or wanting oneness? And then could you notice, or could there be a noticing of how personal that appears to be? That it is about you or me or them? Could you just simply welcome or notice that or allow that? That it is about the situation and how it appears to be? And then could you just simply allow that to dissolve? Since you are already aware of that, why not letting that pass through just as the light's there or as clouds passing by? Check to see in this moment if there is actually anyone attached to any of that. I mean, yes, there may be thoughts, there may be feelings, and there may be pushing and pulling, but is there actually anyone attached to that in this moment? Or is it just what's apparently happening? And let's check again to see if there's anything why you're willing to rest and be at peace that seems to be in the way of just simply allowing that to happen. And what if this is already included? What if this is already as it should be, even if we don't like it to be that way? And what if that is perfection too? And then could you just simply welcome whatever there still appears to be? Whatever pictures, sounds, sensations that you are aware of. And then could you welcome any and all wanting to do anything with, about, or against this? Any wanting to figure it out, or to make it more important than that which you are or what there is, as well as any underlying wanting, any wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness. Could you notice, or could there be noticed, the sense of it being person? That sense that it makes up some individuality. The sense that is saying something about you or them or it, or just simply that it is something that you know. And since it's already released to appearance, could you also allow it to release to disappearing or disappearance? Could you just simply allow it to disappear, to pass through? And then could you just simply become aware of or notice that, which is allowing for appearance, and maybe remaining a while, and disappearance, or disappearing. What is the meaning of that? What allows for disappearing? And could you just simply allow yourself to rest as that deeper state? Would you allow yourself to rest as that? Even a little deeper. When? And then check to see how you are doing in this moment. How do you feel right now? What's coming to mind right now? And could you give it some space to just be here? Could you give it the whole arena? Could you give it as much space as it needs to in this moment? Could you also give space to all the wanting to do something with, about, or against it? And could you also give space to all underlying wanting, all wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness? And if there is, would you also give to space to all wanting to do something with, about, or against this? All wanting to be free, or hold on to? And could you give also space to all appearance that it is personal about you or who you are, that it means something about anybody or anything? And could you, all that's passing through, allow to dissolve? Could you give it space to dissolve or dissolving? Could you allow it to disappear too? Is that just simply happening as well? And what is that which is allowing for that? What is that which you are? What is allowing for the rise and for the fade out of everything? And could there just simply be rest? Could there just simply be rest? I mean, let's allow a couple of seconds for just being without words. Hey, so I open the floor to questions, sharing, and assistance. Or the arena. The arena is open for question sharing and assistance. I hope nothing is coming from you. Okay, Bobby, just speak up.
Mm, what a gain to be here with you today, Christoph and everybody. It's good. Hi to
Yeah.
release from the arena. And that is a gain. I get so much out of being in the groups and whatever topic anybody
Yes.
brings. I just so appreciate everybody organizing themselves to be here. Um, wow, I'm so high to release. I'm like, maybe I don't need to. Okay, dropping into the feeling center. Let's
Okay.
clean up. Let's clean up some wanting approval from the 25-year-old beautiful daughter. Just spending
Okay.
some time to get just noticing that tendency, that beautiful tendency.
Okay. Could you welcome that wanting approval of her?
Yes, I can. Yes.
And what's motivating that? Is there any underlying wanting besides the wanting approval?
There's always a wanting oneness, and
Yes.
then underneath, and then yeah.
Okay. Could you want that for a second as well?
Yes.
And then could you also notice any sense that it is person about her or you or your relationship with each other?
Definitely. Let's welcome all that personal. Yes.
Mhm. And then could you just, rather than wanting approval, give her some love and affection or approval?
Yes.
And rather than wanting oneness, could you allow yourself to notice the oneness that already is?
Yes.
Is there anything saying no to that, any resistance or any idea that could disturb that oneness, the love?
Yeah, thank you. It's the sensing feels like this holding back feels like the doer.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And is there any resistance to the dual appearance?
Bingo. Doer resistance. Thank you. Control.
Um, are you wanting to change that? Or is there some
Yeah.
wanting to change that? Maybe there's not no longer a you to want to do that, but maybe there's just a wanting to change then.
Yes.
And maybe there's a remaining personal appearance. So could you just allow that to release, or could it just be released?
Yeah, really dissolving into the quiet. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Oh, beautiful. Deeper breath and quiet mind. Thank you so much, everybody.
Likewise, we thank you too.
Namaste, Christoph.
Namaste. So, Andrea, you can speak up.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hmm.
So,
Lovely to be on the call with you. Love the circus theme. Life's a circus. It's
yes.
excellent. Um, let's see. Um, let's see. What's in the way of my freedom and my peace in the moment, besides just the mind, besides just mind and stories? What else is there? Um, yeah, just uncovering like a big story that's like it. I say big because it's like it's such a story that's so close that I just like forget it's a story until I remember it's a story.
Okay.
And so I guess I'll just like a release on that one. And it's kind of like it's one that I'm almost embarrassed to release on it because I feel like I'm releasing on this is like my famous topic to release on. But oh well, it's part of the story. Because part of the story is that this story is never going to go away. The story's never going to go away. I'll always be releasing on this story. That's part of the story.
Even while
Um,
you're
the
sleeping in deep
the
sleep,
loopy. What's that?
even while
Loop.
there's deep sleep.
Oh yeah, it'll wake me up. Hello, I'm here. Here comes the mind. Here comes the story. Wake up and worry.
Oh,
Yes, even then, it's
okay.
excellent. It's a good, strong story. It's a story, whatever it is. Okay. So the story is like I'm gypped. I'm never gonna be rich. I'm never gonna have it easy. It's always gonna be like this.
Okay.
That's the story. Have you ever heard that one before?
Right. Right. Just a familiar story, probably for some of us.
It's my stupid story. Yeah,
And
that
how does
one.
that story feel? Is there a feeling with that right now?
Yeah, I hate it.
Maybe I don't have enough feeling or
Let me see. What's the
a
feeling?
lack of something
Um,
feeling.
a lack of maybe oh man. There's anger in there and there's like I think it's like I don't know if it's unworthiness or a lack of inability or I just can't victimization.
What was the last word?
Victimization, is that a
Victim.
feeling?
Yes, like feeling like a victim. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, maybe there's something like that.
Okay.
It's a mixture of anger and I like
Yes.
at the effect of something that I can't control and I'm gypped.
Yes. It appears to make sense to me. Yes, what you're saying. So could you welcome all that, or could there be a welcoming of all that, or a noticing if the welcoming
Yes,
feels too much in the
yeah,
moment?
yes,
It's there. Okay, there you go. And then could you welcome any underlying wanting if you're aware of that? You don't need to decipher the wanting, by the way. If
yeah,
maybe you just feel a wanting.
yes. I feel wanting.
Yes. It might be wanting control, it might be approval, it might be security, it might be separation oneness, or
It's everything.
or all of that.
It's all of it.
We
Just go with
we
all.
actually don't need to know for releasing purpose. We
Good.
can just welcome the color of wanting,
Yeah, that's good.
the
Okay, I'll go with that.
coloration. Uh, so could you just simply allow yourself to be with that for a second? And then check a little bit deeper, or besides that, if there's any wanting to do something with, about, or against this, any wanting to get rid of it, any wanting to hold on to it, any wanting to understand it or figure it out or know more about it.
Yeah. How to
You
fix it, make it
you
stop
can't get,
happening.
maybe there's a belief because you can't get rid of it if you haven't figured it out enough, if you don't
Hmm.
know all the facts and details about it.
Hmm.
But what if that is just a glue of keeping the issue together?
Hmm. Yeah, sure. It is. Yeah.
Mhm. And
Hmm.
then could you just notice how personal that appears to be? My anger, my wanting, my story.
Yeah.
The
Very
mind
personal.
told me every night, every morning, every day.
Yes.
That must be mine because of that,
Yes.
or
Very personal.
because it is there twice at least.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Mm.
and could you just simply give all that permission to just appear as it does?
Yes.
And could you just notice that you are already beyond that, behind the scene, that you are that which is aware? Maybe you are the
Yes.
source of the story as well. We don't deny that. But could you give yourself permission to just be aware of the story, to step back a little bit,
Yes.
to get a distance between that which you are and the story? And could there be a noticing of what the story, the energy of the story actually is, if you trace it back to the source? If there's any difference between the source of the story, of the wanting, and that which you are.
Yeah. One's emotional, emotionally involved, and the other one is neutral, observer.
Mhm.
One is it's personal, and one is it's not.
Could you notice any remaining inner no to being emotional, or feeling emotional, or appearing emotional?
Could I notice any inner? Could you repeat the question?
And any inner no, if there's
Any
any,
inner no?
right, inner no, or inner saying no to
Mm.
emotions or being emotional.
Yes, yes. Saying no to the feeling of anger.
Yes,
Hmm.
because we just
And
don't behave angry.
right.
Our parents taught us, so don't be angry or
Hmm.
don't show your anger.
Hmm.
And then we start to do something with the anger. We suppress it. We secretly express it sometimes, or we just explode. It's not this anymore.
Hmm. Right. Yes,
Then
there's a
we
yeah.
become a
No,
rocket, and
right. Yeah, there's definitely no, I shouldn't be angry, and no, I shouldn't feel gypped. There's actually several injunctions in there. That's good. Yeah.
what if it's okay to express anger a little bit from time to time, if it's required? If people run over you and you just push back a little bit angry, and then afterwards you notice, okay, I'm not angry anymore, um, because the situation required that. Or
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
yes, from time to time. I mean,
Yeah.
from my
I
perspective,
think
most of the time the anger isn't required and can be
hmm
released, and you may find more peaceful solutions for the situation, but sometimes it just is. If people run over, I mean, I'm here in the circus, and they have a lot of children, and they have so much energy. Sometimes you just need to stop them. They just run over you. You try to stay calm and be peaceful with them. It's at some point. Because they
Right.
try and try and try, and how far can I go with you? How far can I go with you?
Right. Funny.
When he's finally getting angry with me. Oh,
Yeah, it's good. I just see, and I thank you for that. And I see another, like, no, and it's kind of like, no, don't allow myself to be happy with what I have,
yes.
because then I won't try to get more.
Mhm. And could you notice the trying to get more?
Yes.
There may be a tendency in all of us of wanting more to be
Yes.
happy.
Yes, there's definitely that.
Mhm.
There's definitely that.
But from time to time, could you just simply allow yourself to just be happy without the need to have more? Just enjoy what you already have.
Mm. Yes, that feels good.
Maybe also enjoying some little imperfections from time to time, what appears to be imperfect.
Mm.
Something that
Yes.
you wish should be renewed in your life, some object, something in your home or garden. And
Mhm.
just could you just
Mm.
also be happy with the old things or with that which looks a little bit shabby or dark or used or like old energy?
That's so good. That's so right on. Yes. Mm. Ooh. Yeah, that feels really good.
And then
Yeah,
could
it's so
you
good. Yeah, go ahead.
also open to the flow when things are ready to be renewed or to change or to get better or to get a new, better solution.
Mm. Yes, I'm just gonna run in and plug my phone on because it's about to turn me off.
Okay.
Just gonna plug her in here.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I love that. Could you repeat that last thing that you said? Just when it's time to renew.
Yes, but you just
That's so
open to
good.
the flow of that. It's the flow of life, from my perspective.
Yes.
Could you be open to the flow, however it is or appears to be?
Mm.
Some things
Yes.
may take a little longer for change,
Mhm.
and others may be a little bit quicker in changing or improving.
Yes.
Mhm. There just be an abundance of that.
Mm.
It's a super abundance,
Super abundant.
like to put it.
It's so perfect. It's so
Mhm.
good.
I mean, one
Mm.
thing is secure, no object remains forever. So
Mm. Mm-hmm.
if change is ready, it will come.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Thank you so much. Do you record these?
Yes, yes. I think I pushed the record button in the beginning.
This
Yes,
one
it
over
seems
again.
to work. Yes.
I think I can just lay here and absorb all that. That was
Yes,
really just so perfect.
yes.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, Sharon or Sharon,
Sharon, yeah. Hi,
Sharon is the
Christoph.
short version. Okay, hi.
Thank you for the call.
Okay.
That was really helpful. when Andrea started sharing at the start, a lot of it resonated for me, really. Not feeling that things are going to work out or change.
Okay.
And also feeling like a victim. I feel at the moment I'm struggling with health issues. I'm under the hospital for my skin, and it's really, really painful at the moment. And I had an appointment last week, and I felt a little bit not listened to. And now I've had some worrying news again that I'm waiting for a scan. And it just feels like, yeah, I've got issues with, I haven't got anywhere fixed to live. There's just so much going on. It feels like the skin is a reflection of what's going on. Irritations, anger, that sort of thing.
Yes.
So, and what I was aware of, the worrying, it's like there seems to be a belief I've got to worry about this, what I found out this week, because it's important. And it's like there's some kind of safety in the worrying. That's, I know the mind,
Yes.
tells you these lies. So just some release and support to feel a little bit freer, please. So, thank you.
Okay. So I think we do a group release about health.
Okay.
Yes. I check in after that with you. Just I mute and then that should be after the group release.
Okay.
So check to see if there's anything that comes to mind about health. I mean, if there's no health, if you rush right now, don't create any in order to do the release. But in this moment, if you're aware of any kind of health issue, or if you're feeling afraid of getting a health issue or illness, could you just simply welcome whatever that brings up inside? Could that just be allowed to appear for a second, to be here? And could you welcome all the wanting security that stirs up inside? All the fear of dying, or wanting to die, and or wanting to survive the illness or the health issue. It can maybe bring up some panic feeling, some out of control feeling. And I think that's normal if you're experiencing health issues. Because we just become aware that this isn't forever, that this carcass, that this body-mind isn't forever. We just become aware of it has an end date. And that stirs up fear. Fear of dying. The fear of, as Hale would put it, disappearing. Of no longer being here. Yet we are already not here in this moment, but there's fear. And then could you welcome or notice all you wanting to change that, all the resistance, all the wanting to push that away or aside, or to find out also or the correct treatment, the correct diagnosis, on asking the internet or other people of how to deal with that. Could you just simply welcome all that? All the ideas about how to process the health issue in order to survive the body-mind. And then, as Sharon was saying it, notice too all the anger that brings up. And maybe not just fear, there may be also anger. Anger about that the body isn't working that quite functional, or that the body is not able to do things as it used to do, or used to be, that there may be some pain sensations that we label pain, that it just looks older or different. And could you just simply welcome or notice all of that? And last but not least, could you welcome all the appearance of it being personal? My body, my illness, and it may look like my end date on the surface, but it's my end date or my fear of ending at some point. And could you just step back from that? Could you just notice that you are already dead, which is just aware of all that? You are that which is aware of the body's end date or health issue, or fear of dying, or wanting to survive. Could there just be a noticing of that? And could you also notice that that which you actually are couldn't die? It's never been born. So how could it die? Could be possible that that's, or that what you are is just that which is aware of about the body being born, lived, more or less healthy, and sooner or later dying. And could you just simply be open to the possibility of losing your fear of dying, your fear of death, your anger about illness? Could you just simply allow that to dissolve whenever it appears to be? Some of it may release today, and some of it may release later, may come up again until it's finally released. What if you just could be at peace with illness or death, or just simply how the body appears to be? And then could you just simply allow yourself to welcome flow, knowingness, the power that knows the way, the power that has solutions for illnesses and health, the power that's creating the illness and its resolution or healing process. What if they just come together? You see my body shaking. I have the dog on my arm. Two little dogs. That's no problem. They're just looking for love. I give them a little bit. So let's check in with Sharon. Sharon, can you speak up? How are you right now?
I'm feeling a lot of uncomfortable sensations in my throat, my gut,
Yes.
and my heart.
Yes.
It feels like, I mean, there is, I suppose, a wanting to survive in this, but the fear of dying isn't really, I don't feel that strong for me.
Yes.
I feel like with this, it seems to be like a strong belief that this is never going to heal this skin condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could you hold on to that belief for a second?
Yeah, there is holding on to it, definitely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, and what's coming up, I suppose, is there's like a fear, and I'm holding on for fear. Which is strange, but that's what it feels. It's like a trying to protect myself with holding on to it, I
Yes, it
suppose.
doesn't have to make sense how it appears,
Yeah,
and sometimes we do that. It's
yeah,
just how it is, well, how it appears to be.
yeah.
So could you allow the holding on to that and all the, all the reason for holding on, all the explanation why it's better to hold on. And then could you notice any underlying wanting? You wanting to control, you wanting approval, and wanting security, any wanting separation from us.
Feels very emotional. It feels like there's a wanting approval and also wanting, I suppose,
Okay.
survive. Yeah.
So could you welcome that wanting approval and survival as much as there is? To just be welcoming of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. We don't need to deny anything. It's there, so what? And could you welcome any remaining sense of it being personal? That it means something about you.
Yeah, feels personal. It's like I suppose there's a little bit of poor me. It's like it's really painful.
Yes, the
Why would it
victim.
just why would it
Yeah,
just go? And it feels
yes.
very like hopeless.
Yes, and could you feel like the victim or as hopeless as much as you do? It's also there, the appearance of that.
Yeah. And it just feels like what keeps coming up in the release for me is I feel not capable to let this go. You know, I do feel like I'm holding on to this. Well, I must be holding on to have this condition really, but it's
Could
like
you feel that as much as you do as well? Could you allow yourself to feel that as much as you do as well?
and the shame comes up really.
Mm-hmm. But that allowed to be allowed to be here as well. Shame, maybe a little feeling of overwhelm about it or shame.
And it's like and not wanting to look at it, and it's like
Mhm.
trying to get away. Yeah,
Could you welcome that as well, the wanting to be different somehow? No, and not wanting to feel the shame.
yeah. And then there's like the wanting to die comes up in that.
Okay. And could you welcome that as well? Any wanting to die, any wanting to end it all, to be done with it.
Yes.
Mhm. Just be space for all of that. Some wet space or some um, some happy space, some space filled with crying or happiness.
It feels a little bit calmer now, but there's still a little bit of emotion that feels stuck in my throat.
Is there any wanting to release that emotion?
Yes, there is. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. And rather than wanting to release that, would you just allow it to release? I mean, it's already released since everything that we are aware of is already released somehow. And no matter how long we tend to hold on to it or do something with, about, or against it, it will release finally at some point.
Yeah.
Why not letting it go now a little bit more?
Yeah, there's like a desire to release it, but there is a little bit of I suppose there's like a little bit again of a holding on that feels that it's not my it's like beyond my control to let it go. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And in
So
that,
what
yeah,
if there's no me to control something?
there's no control, no need to control. Did you say, Christoph?
What if there's no me
Oh, me. Yeah.
that can control that?
Yeah.
What if the release is just happening or not?
Yes, they can. Yes.
Mhm. And what if it very often just appears that the me is allowing the release to happen, but the
Yeah.
release is just
Yeah.
happening, or if the apparent me is just you know pretending to be responsible for the release,
Yeah.
but it's just fortune or luck
Yeah.
happy that the release is happening anyway.
Yeah, it's funny because the me's like saying, you're not able to do it, and this has come up before as well. It's like
Yeah.
I've got to do it. It's the me that's getting in the way. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, there feels more space now in that. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
that feels bigger for now, Christoph. Thank you.
Good, perfect.
Yes, thank you.
Could you just allow yourself after the call to let the unraveling to continue if that's required?
Yeah. Okay. I will do. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Appreciate
you.
your support. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Perfect. So, everybody, anybody else before we close the call? Everybody's good for now. Some of the people may remain in the call. I start a German call in a quarter of an hour. So I need probably to wear a jacket. It gets a little bit colder in the circus tent, but that's fine. So everybody, people who wanna listen to the German call can just stay in that call. It's the same call. I just stopped the recording for a couple of minutes. So thank you everybody for being in the English version of this monthly Saturday support call. It's a lot of words. Sometimes I forget some of the words. So thank you again, everybody. And you can
Mm.
unmute if you wish to say bye-bye, or you can just
Mm.
do
Thank
this
you.
song.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you
Christoph.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.